Okay. Get rid of that, and we're back. So yeah, um, here they're just saying that that number going down is quite important because if you look at other places in Canada, like Winnipeg or Vancouver, or places in the US like New York or whatever, they are increasing. They're getting worse and worse, where Toronto's getting better. So that's pretty good news, and you should be happy about that.
Where are bit of outlier, and I'm very proud of that.
Outlier just means like we're different than the rest, and that's a good thing, right? Everyone else is increasing, we're decreasing. That's really good. I'm proud of that. I think I did a good job. Um, this is also just saying crime is on the rise again, as violent crimes are at its highest since 2007, sadly. Toronto's gun violence is tending down. Again, good idea. Yeah.
Uh, what is active British Toronto success at least in party to the focus on decision intervention and prevention strategies.
So Watts, I guess the police guy, he's like, the reason Toronto's doing better than other cities is Toronto is focusing its money on detecting the problem to find the problem so we can stop it earlier. Intervention, people that we know might do something bad, talking to them first to try to figure out what we can do to stop it. And then, of course, preventing strategies. So if someone who might shoot a gun at someone, right? If they don't have a gun, then there's no shooting, right? So if we can prevent people from having those guns or prevent the bad people from having the guns, everything should be better.
He says the dry line, just line in gun violence has the mean less the vantage and provide the way for a higher stuff retail from shooting cases price stop 15% per 29 and over 50% this year.
Yeah. Basically, think of it this way: if there's 100 shootings or 1,000 shootings, it's very difficult to figure out what's going on with that 1,000 shootings. There's too many shootings. You're trying to find this, trying to do this, and a lot of them are going to get away free without going to jail, right? But if we can keep those numbers down, like 100 shootings, then yeah, we can solve most of them. Maybe not all of them. Some people will get away, but we'll be able to get at least like 50%. So 50 of those 100 will be solved. The other 50 get away, which could be really good, right? Rather than 1,000 shootings and we get 15%, so we solve 150 cases, we save more cases. However, there's still 850 cases we didn't solve, so that's really bad. So yeah, that could be a good thing.
Now, what says the mean upstairs is keeping the downward trend going the chief social and community programming subtype mutate stare occasion and public involvement
Yep.
in
One of the big reasons that in the early 2000s, yeah, in the early 2000s, that crime went down compared to like uh, in the 60s or 70s or 80s Reason it went down so much in the first place was because of phones. The public, the general people, could call and be like, "Hey, there's crime happening. Police, stop it!" Right? So the guy's now saying that, "Hey, the police are doing their job very well. We're very proud of them. However, we need to focus on the community themselves because if we can stop people from joining crime, that would be good. If we can get the public to call the police more often and not be worried, all of that would be good to getting rid of the crime, right?"
This is the particularly important for the young at risk of the turning turned organized crime, he said.
So this could be really bad for young people. So if we focus on young people to get them good jobs, get them better into the community, et cetera, why would they go to organized crime? They're not going to do that because they already have everything good. However, if we don't do this, it's very easy for young people to just join a gang or join mafia or whatever. And so we got to focus heavily on the young people.
The long-term solutions to the gun violence and gun crime are written in many other things, whether it be housing and security, financial and security, environmental factors, and that's all being spoken about at the time.
Length, meaning a long time, right? Length. Um, so, yeah, we've kind of fixed the short term problems. The police are doing a lot better to solve the crimes and get rid of the crimes, but that only is short term. The police, we only have so many police, they can't be everywhere. So, the long term solution is make crime not worth it. Why would I join a gang if I have a good house, good job, good security, good environment, etc.? Like, why would I join the crime? What's the point? All I'm going to do is get more risk for like not that much more money. So that's the big thing is making it not worth it to join. And apparently, there's a shooting in Toronto. Yeah.
Loss make Lois match the leader and the founder of the advocacy ground Geo Gun movement creates the financial government of for the increasing broader pathos and hoping to stop the irregular translation for guns into the country.
Yeah. This is one of the big downsides of Canada, sadly, is we're beside America, right? Where it's very easy to get guns, right? So, for example, in China, it's pretty easy to get rid of guns because there's no guns coming from North Korea into China. There's no guns coming from Vietnam into China. Or if there is, it's very small because in those countries, people are not allowed guns, right? Where in Canada, America, Americans are allowed guns and it's very easy to get them. So a lot of people in America can buy a bunch of guns, cross the border if they can hide it, and then uh, yeah, bring them to Canadian gangs. So that is one problem that we do have. And so this guy is just saying, yeah, we're doing great. We're able to do more parole or patrols at the border to stop Americans bringing guns into Canada.
He also creates the environment of the different sectors, such as in health, education,
Education.
educations, community, and social lives and children and youth service as outlined to Toronto sector plan into 2022.
Yeah. Um,
21.
21. Yes. So yeah, the other thing he's saying is not just the police finding the people with the guns, because there's already guns in Canada, and you can buy guns in Canada. So it can't just be Americans that are the problem. There's other problems, and like I mentioned earlier, if you can make the healthcare really good, the education really good, the social services really good, children's services really good, all that kind of stuff, why would they ever go to crime? They would just get a normal job. Let's work in the office. Let's do this. I make just as much money as if I was a criminal. So that's also helping a lot.
They are no longer working in the solos. There's more the collaborative approach said much.
Yeah, basically saying the police are not on their own. They're not solo. They're not just one, right? Uh, they are the police, the social workers, the schools, the healthcare, da 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 da. They're all working together to make things better, which is a lot better than just the police doing their job, right? Um,
Both where the progress has definitely been made much the violence, the absence of the gun violence could potentially be related to the surge in the older the wind of less like the carjackings and the repairless.
the other thing is, this is what this guy is saying. Just because gun violence is down doesn't mean crime is down, right? Gun violence could be down, but robbery and carjackings could be up, right? So that is one thing to be careful with. Don't just look at one number of crime, look at all of the crime so you can figure out, is this thing getting better? Because the other thing is, if I can't use a gun to do stuff, let's say, well, I can still rob a car. I can still rob a house, so I might do that instead, right?
The criminal mind does not take a break. It never lives just like how we envelop and changing our ways said the
Yeah,
much.
much. Yeah, basically just saying that, yeah, again, a criminal is a criminal. They want to do something bad to make money or to just for fun, maybe. So, well, if they're, let's say they, oh, I can't get a gun anymore, but I can get a knife, or I can't get a gun or a knife, but I can sell drugs, or I can do this. A criminal is a criminal and will try to switch, right? Okay, I can't use guns anymore. I'll just steal cars. Oh, I can't steal cars anymore. I'll just sell drugs. Oh, I can't sell drugs anymore. I'll just rob houses. Like they're always changing, right?
Uh, what is contains the issue are the spare right, both the acknowledged the forest has the noticed an increase in the one issue left which the spirit the creation of a provincial task place to the take care the public.
Mhm. So the police guy, Watts, is like, these are separate issues, right? Carjackings and gun violence. However, he has noticed an increase in car theft, and he's done like a full provincial task force to try to fix the car stealing problem. So he is aware of it, and he is trying to fix it.
Anything where the honest crime can make the financial gains and make money is essentially where the fox there if for he said.
Yeah, basically saying if they can make money, whether it's drugs, carjacking, guns, blah blah blah, they're gonna do it, right? Because they want all that money. So be careful, I guess.
He says the scientific investment in community programming, housing, the employment, and mental health is needed, particularly in areas of the city that have been historically underserved. underserved.
Yeah. So uh, where does crime come from? It comes normally from the poorer people because they can see the biggest benefit, right? They're already poor and they're already struggling. So the downsides of crime, going to jail and stuff, aren't that big of a difference from their normal life. So they're willing to take more risk of uh, going to jail by doing bad stuff for money, right? So if we do some community programs, some housing stuff, maybe job stuff, maybe mental health stuff, hopefully we can get those people in these undeserved places to get a bit higher. Because again, if if I go to jail and I don't have any money and I get free food and I'm at jail, like that almost sounds like a win. That almost sounds like a good thing. Where if I have a really good job of my family, blah blah blah, and then I go to jail, oof, I don't want that. So that's another big thing to think about.
There's a difference between living in Lostdale and living in Lisdale said
Yeah.
much.
Basically, they're just saying that there's these two places. One is like the rich of the rich, Rosedale, and Rexdale is like the poor of the poor. Like, it's totally different. And one, there's no problems at all because it's the rich people, and one, there's crime everywhere. So yeah, we got to hopefully fix that. And this is also saying that uh, gun violence advocates are generally younger people, and that's not very surprising. And yeah, hundreds marched to protect growing gun violence in Toronto. So they're like, hey, let's get it down.
He says,
Oh,
oh,
sorry.
he says also the important to make sure the stay kids translator to are failing over the safety and employment for the resident party ratio in the work of the London fairness on the TDC reason one of the line shooting that have left in no said Westminster.
TCC, I believe, is the train in like the subway in Toronto.
Mhm.
And Brazen is like the big shopping mall in Toronto. So there was two big crimes that happened in the subway and in the shopping area, leaving someone dead. And so yeah, a lot of people are now like, okay, we got to fix this right now, right? If it's starting to happen in broad daylight, right? Like, it's one thing to have what's it called, violence at night, right? But to have violence during the day, that means the criminals don't even care about the police anymore, right? So that's really bad.
The maid find ways in which they can contribute contribute to the solutions to gun violence instead of lying in fear and despair much.
Yeah. So instead of going, oh my God, it's getting worse and worse, the world is ending, they're like, okay, guys, let's fix this. We need to contribute to this. We need to solve this. We need to fix this problem. Let's not just be scared the whole time. Let's fight back against these criminals. Yeah. Okay. And I'm guessing in China, there's not a lot of gun violence. Not a lot of people have guns, right?
No, they don't have the gun. In China, we have the gun. The go to we in Canada. PR can test the gun license or no?
I don't know for PR. I know when you're a citizen, you can. Let me check. Can people with PR cards get a Canadian gun license?
Canadian gun
Let's see.
license?
Any permanent resident or citizen of Canada, 18 or over, can get their gun license.
Also, PR can test the license.
The only difference, though, for you is that you need to get a letter from China saying that you're a good person.
Yeah, I'm in
Is it?
China.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I can.
It just says like get a letter from conduct from your home country.
Police.
Yeah.
In China, I think there is. I don't know
Criminal
license. I think there is. You in China.
Yeah, basically criminal record. Do you have any crimes? Did you do anything bad? And make sure that that's all you have to do. But yeah, once you get your PR, you can do that. But until you have your PR, you can't do that. And yeah, it's like a 3-day. Oh, what? 3-day gun safety course, and then 6 months wait to get your license. Yeah. So you get to do a 3-day safety course. You pass. Basically, you pass as long as you don't point the gun at anyone. If you point the gun at anyone, you fail. But other than that, it's almost impossible to fail this. It's so easy.
Wait the 6 months, you can get the license. Very long.
Because they don't want you to get your license, buy a gun right away, and then like shoot someone, right? They want it to be a long time so that you're getting a gun license for the license. You're not getting a gun license to kill someone, right? So
and your gun license in Canada, you can use this buy the gun, and when you go to US, don't use you use this. No.
I can, with my gun license, right? Right here, I can go to America and shoot. It's possible.
You can go to US, buy the gun or use the list.
I can shoot in America. However, I'm not allowed to bring American guns back to Canada. I can order guns from America. That's fine, but I can't bring it back with my passport or anything. Like I have to buy it in Canada. Yeah, just to try to make sure there's not like extra guns coming into the country. Yeah.
That is really good. Okay, I think no go to US. US no test gun license, but US I see.
It depends on your state. each state is slightly different. So you never really have to do like a safety test for America, but if you're like in New York, you need to do like a background check plus like a 3-day wait period. So you buy the gun, but it takes 3 days before you get it. But in Texas, you just get the gun. It really just depends on which state you're in. Will be how fast you get it. The more Democratic, like not Republican, like if there's a Democrat state like New York, California, stuff like that, generally guns are a bit slower to get and a bit harder to get. But if you're in a red state, like a Republican state, like Texas or Florida, it's normally quick.
In
So,
Seattle is okay or no? Seattle.
Seattle would be Democratic, so they would go a bit slower. So, like again, it's slow, but it's not as slow as Canada. You can basically wait maybe 3 days to get your gun, or a week to get your gun in America. Where in Canada, you have to wait 6 months to get your license. However, once you get your license, you just get the guns. You don't have to wait or anything because you already have your license. So I can buy a gun.
You
And
you
then-
use the gun is familiar or no? You use the gun or no? You have the gun in Canada.
Yeah, I used I have a shotgun.
Show the gun.
Yeah.
Owned animals.
Yeah, I hunted animals. I didn't get any deer with it, but I got some birds. I got some geese
Birds.
and turkey, big turkey. Yeah,
Turkey.
but
Oh,
I've not been able to get a deer because I only got to hunt a few times before coming to Vietnam, and I couldn't find the deer. So that's a bit sad. But hopefully, whenever I go back to Canada, I have my license, so I can go hunting anytime I go back. So that could
I
be
never
fun.
eat the deer meat. Somebody said deer meat that's very nice, but I don't know. Just when you both.
The one problem with deer meat is they don't have a lot of fat. So as long as you're cooking the deer meat with fat, like butter or oil, like a lot of it, deer is amazing. But if you don't use fat and you're just cooking it, it can be pretty tough and pretty boring because
Same,
there's no fat.
same to China. Put a lot of ginger, and
Yeah.
put sauce and put a lot of the chili pepper, and you can make it bit good. Okay,
Sure.
I'm now.
Uh,
See you
yeah, see
later.
you after lunch. Yeah.
Bye.